Hello everyone, so welcome back to another video. So, the reason why I've not been up to date with this one, because normally I'm on this news the moment it drops, is primarily just because I feel a little bit sad, as it were. I had a lot of news regarding SD Gundam Battle Alliance spoiled for me, even at the request of people not to spoil it for me, and it still happened anyway. People are super excited. I don't blame them about it, getting the new stuff. It's just I wanted to share in that experience, and now I can't, and it kind of made me pretty sad. So instead, I just kind of locked myself away and focused on my own stuff for a little while. But anyway, we're back, we're doing stuff. There's content to cover, there's people's voices to be heard, and this channel's a place to give them that voice. So we're gonna go straight into this here, and we're going to look at the new SD lineup here. This includes one that you've probably already seen, but we're going to focus on the World Heroes stuff because you just know I'm into that right now. And that's the three dragons. So we've got the Superior Strike Freedom and then two tentative ones that look a little bit like the evil versions. What I'm going to do is go and focus on the Strike first, and then we'll look at the other ones, because this is basically the Superior Dragon Gundam, and it's just been retooled and updated, and it looks so fantastic. For anyone that doesn't know, the Superior Dragon Gundam's a really old SD, but it's been showing up quite a lot recently. It's a really nice kit, and it's nice seeing it being done up in all this detail. And then you've got the other version of it, which is like a bigger version of it with an SD head, the Superior Dragon Kaiser, which is basically the god of the SD Gundam world. This is artwork is kind of harkening back to that or referencing it. It just looks so fantastic. Of course, the artwork is CG, so it's going to look better, but honestly, I would love to get my hands on this and do it up in like some nice gold paint, and then also try my hand at gold flaking on it, because I've seen some people do that recently with the God Gundam, the real grade God Gundam, and it looked so good. So honestly, I'm half tempted to try gold leafing this. I know I said gold flaking before, but I messed up there. It's gold leaf, where you press on the foil and it makes everything super shiny and reflective. But honestly, I'm loving the callbacks to old SD stuff that's now getting a more modern update. So of course I pre-ordered this, and then we have the other two. This one seems to be, instead of based on the Strike, it seems to be based on the Destiny because of the wing pack that it's got. They look kind of similar in the rest of the armor, just not the wings. But either way, CGI is looking good again. There is, if I remember rightly, an evil or dark version of the Superior Dragon Gundam. So that more or less reflects that as well. I'm really liking the color scheme and the clear parts. So yeah, I pre-ordered this one as well. The only one that I didn't was this one. I'm still unsure of this. This kind of looks a little bit like the Warlock Aegis mixed with the Superior Dragon Gundam, but the head crest is just incredibly strange. The dark color scheme does look really cool, with this kind of like black and silver going on with it. And while it might be easier to paint up and get it to look neat, I don't know, it just didn't vibe with me as much as the other two. Even with the really cool CGI going on here. So, yeah, that was the only one I've decided to hold off on at the moment. But either way, these three calling back to older stuff is really cool. I can hope we continue to get older SD kits updated, primarily because it's just nice seeing them in more detail and getting more attention to them, especially with the SD game coming out. And in kind of the same sort of manner in terms of looking at SD stuff, yeah, you just know I had to look at this. So for a while now, I've been saying I would pay more if there were SD kits, kind of like the cross silhouette, but with more detail that just made them look a whole lot better and kind of brought them up to the same quality as high grades or whatever. I know I was on about that for ages, and then we got whispers a while ago of the MGSD line that was supposed to be coming out. They were going to be working on it, and then we got this announcement, which is the first of its line, the MGSD Freedom. And of course, you've probably already seen every other YouTuber go on about this by now, but I figured I'd just chime in while I'm late. But oh my god, this thing, the details on it and everything. Let's just start off with this first, right? The pricing. The pricing originally, when I looked at it in UK, the UK here, it's like almost 30 British pounds. To be honest, I don't see that as too bad. It's basically for what you're getting, or at least what it's showing off. If it's exactly like this out of the box, then I suppose that's, to me, that's at least a little bit more worth it. Honestly, my price point that I was guessing at was about 25, so £3 or £4 more isn't too bad, considering it's close to a master grade anyway. It's it's like your price of your average real grade, so really they're just miniaturizing the real grade tech again. But yeah, let's get into this because they did the Freedom early on in the cross silhouette line, and I really liked it in the cross silhouette line. So when I saw it be the first one for this MG line, I was like, okay, I gotta try this. I blame Prime 92 for my love of SDs, but not in a bad way. I absolutely love them, and the coverage that was given on that YouTube channel is so good at showing you the different varieties of SDs. But I think watching that YouTube channel for long enough is what got me into SDs originally. But just seeing how far they've come up until this point now, going from like standard SD, like BB Senshi style, to more of like the cross silhouette. Then we've got the stuff with like World Heroes where you get a little bit more like clear parts. And then they go crazy here and basically super shrink an SD master grade. Sorry, it looks fantastic. We've got all these different changes to the Freedom design where it keeps the overall look, but it splits up the panels, makes everything a lot more detailed. So you're getting a lot more details on a smaller area. So it doesn't look too busy, but it's just the right amount of detail. The fact that you're still getting pretty good posing with it. You're getting a full inner frame here with all these new parts. We don't know whether they're gonna look like that or the usual Bandai cloudy metal plastic kind of thing. Hopefully not. I've seen some of the display pictures and they do look really good. So I can't wait for this one to come out. And I think it's January. Yeah, it says right there. I'm just not paying too much attention there. I'm too busy looking at the pretty pictures and just being like, "Ooh," because seriously, like if you like SDs already, you can't look at that and say that isn't impressive looking, you know. And the reason why I say that, why I'm so defensive about it, is because honestly, that looks really damn good. It all looks nice and clean. You got the color separation between the plates. Um, like I said before, you've got all that different articulation, that nice inner frame, all the details. You've got everything working as well as you'd expect. And you can say, like, okay, this was done in the cross silhouette version, yeah, but the cross silhouette version was a way more simplified one. So it's like just seeing them fit all these details into a smaller area looks really cool. It kind of takes that SD aesthetic to the next level in terms of detail and the way that they're doing it. Like here, the behind the main camera and the eyes having those extra details to give you those like mechanical details that you've seen in like the shows on time, like from time to time. I really like that. Like every part of this is popping in a different way, and it just looks fantastic. It looks like it's going to be a hopefully fun and solid build. You don't know at this point, like when we had the original real grades and they were pretty flimsy. I'm hoping it doesn't suffer from that. I'm hoping they take what they've used, um, or rather what they've learned from like the master grade line and then the real grade line recently, and they use that and make this one a really good first kit for people to get if they want to get into SD. Again, if they do more of this stuff, honestly, I'd love to see like the next one be something crazy like the Full Armor Thunderbolt. But that's just because I'm biased for that design. I would love to see that done like this in SD format. It would probably cost a lot more because of the, the amount of parts in it and everything, but I'd be willing to pay for it just to get a very highly stylized and detailed kit. At this point, people might think, dude, you're talking about the details and the articulation and the separation that much. Why don't you just get a full master grade? And the thing is, the appeal to me for SDs has always been the small size because you can just collect more of them easier, so you can have more of a collection and they'll all fit in a smaller area so it doesn't take up a massive amount of space. So yeah, to have smaller but more detailed suits, I'm all in for that if it means that, one, I can save space but still get something that looks really impressive as a display piece. Either way, what do you guys think? I think this is a great way to start off 2023 with both that and then the Dragon lineup. It's going to be really fun to see what these are all like together. Either way, what were your thoughts on any of these? The Dragons, the Master Grade Freedom, thoughts and opinions? Put them in the comments section below. I'm more than happy to respond to them, of course, as usual, and get some sort of discussion going. Anyway, thank you very much for your time. I hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you in the comments section, and I'll see you on the next one. So until then, thank you. Bye.